I want to start by saying good evening. I apologize for being so late. I should have came in at 10:30 p.m. and I apologize. For those that are able to go ahead and share this, and the people of Oklahoma, please share. Obviously, at the end of the day, this is about educating the American people, and it doesn't matter your political affiliation, your religious background, your gender, your geopolitical views, religion, everything. It does not matter. Money never discriminates. That's why the swamp runs deep. Now, the topic that we're running today is regarding the courts, the district courts. For those that have been following my live stream earlier this afternoon, in which I did two separate live streams, which is a part 1 and a part 2. At the end of the day, money never discriminates. What I saw today at the Cleveland County Courthouse or office building, it's insanity. Seeing it, hearing it with my own eyes. We have a corrupt district judge by the name of Chad, C-H-A-D, Balkman, B-A-L-K-M-A-N. Chad Balkman. But I'm going to tell you why Chad Balkman ruled in favor of DHS, or the district, in favor of the district attorney that is represented by that represents DHS, or OKDHS, Oklahoma Department of Human Services. Money does not lie. In addition, on my part 2 and part 1 video, they were preventing we the people, the taxpayers, the ones that pay their salary, their 401k, their vacation, and their pension. All right. So we pay for them. In addition, we pay for those chairs. We pay for those papers. We pay for the fax machines. We pay for the video. We pay for the court transcriptionist. We pay for the CD. The taxpayers, you the taxpayer of the Oklahoma, the Okies, y'all pay for everything. The building, the foundation of the building, the windows, the doors, the doorknob, the nails, the screws. The people that are screwing you on a daily basis through taxation, in which your legislators, Republican rhinos and Democrats, that are in bed and not just defrauding you, but stealing your children, stealing your water, stealing your land, stealing your minerals, all members of the American Bar Association. But I want to stick with DHS because of what happened today with the district attorney. If they are so about transparency, why did they refuse to provide the audio, a copy of an audio, so we can give it to an independent transcriptionist? Think about it. Use the noodle. For those families out there that are not aware that an audio exists, every courthouse is recorded and does have an audio recorder of everything that was said. Why? Because you never know when a transcriptionist makes an error. Well, Laz, what do you mean by error? A mistake. Because when you take your case to an appeal court or you file a motion for reconsideration, every word has a meaning. Every letter has a meaning. Every syllable has a meaning. How it was written or how it was said or how to interpret what was said. And if you are going to take the transcriptionist that works for the court, that cover up the corruption, their word for face value, then you are doomed. You are doomed from start. Don't take my word for it. Why do you think Balkman and his staff, his secretary, refused to provide a copy of the audio? All we were there for two things: a copy of the audio and a certified oath of office. meaning Chad Balkman's oath of office is properly filed with the court. The reason why is because according to Balkman, the Constitution does not work in his courtroom. But wait a second, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know Chad Balkman paid for that building, paid for that courtroom. I thought it was the taxpayers. So if it is the taxpayers, then Balkman, that courtroom belongs to the people and not to you, buddy. I do not answer to you. I will never stand to you because you are a corrupt judge from Cleveland County, Norman, Oklahoma. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I met Chad Balkman. Chad Balkman is a corrupt judge from Cleveland County, Norman, Oklahoma. And I am going to show you what district judges make, in which your criminal legislators, Republican and Democrats, voted so they can get pay raises. I'm going to also show you their 401k, how much money they make in their 401k, excluding the vacation pay, excluding that, and their health care benefits. I'm excluding that. I'm just going to go with their salary and their 401k, which you pay. Not including the vacation pay and not including their health care plan. But you know what's funny? You pay for their salary and their 401k while they go ahead and trample against your constitutional rights. How is that logical? How can you not use the noodle? I don't want you to take my word for it. I got the video. I got it on YouTube, Lazaro Esanaro, part 1 and part 2. And now this video, this live stream, that's not just going to go on Facebook, but I'm going to also put it on YouTube. Because the family that was asking for the audio, just the audio, so we can go to an independent transcriptionist so it can be properly transcribed, because of the amount of cesspool, the amount of corruption that is in that building. And if those walls can actually talk, then you'll realize that the cesspool is not just in Washington, D.C., and not just in the Capitol here in Oklahoma on Lincoln Boulevard, but also in your city halls, commissioners, and court buildings, just like Oklahoma City and in Norman. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. For those here in the state of Oklahoma, I strongly recommend to demand, not request, you're not asking, you are demanding a copy of the audio. And do never go by yourself demanding for a copy of the audio. You will take somebody, 2 or 3 people with you. One witnessing, one live streaming, and you trying to get the audio. Because you never know when a transcriptionist makes a mistake or decides to cover up for a judge, or the district attorney, or the Department of or CPS, or DHS, the Department of Human Services. Don't take my word for it. Look at the evidence. Go look at part 1 and part 2 video. This, what I'm doing, is for the people of Oklahoma. Just like what I did in the state of Washington, just like what I did in the state of Alaska, I'm also now doing it here in the state of Oklahoma. And I'm going to show you el dinero, money. This is why everybody says, why do you wear a Trump hat? You know why I wear a Trump hat? Because the cesspool of corruption that our 45th president is dealing with is what we the people are dealing with on a daily basis. And these criminals that are members of the American Bar Association, also members of the American Medical Association, are defrauding the taxpayers through fraud and child trafficking. That's also in bed with the foster cares or the foster care agencies so they can pump our children with drugs. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to show you why they refused to provide a certified copy of their affirmation to the Constitution. And I'm going to also show you that they tell you that an audio doesn't exist, but we caught them on a lie, in a grand lie finale on live stream. We caught them. Now an audio does exist. And to those families out there that are fighting against CPS or DHS and the district attorneys, always ask for the audio. You do not ask, you demand for an audio. You do not ask, you demand for that audio, because audios do exist. And it's up to you to get properly educated, because that will open up for you to go into the appeals court. You can never take the word of the transcriptionist when the transcriptionist works for the judge and the district attorney and DHS. Use the noodle, ladies and gentlemen. Use the noodle. So now what else did we find out? Chad Balkman is a district judge. So what is a district judge? I'm going to turn around and now show you what a district judge. I might even get into the district attorneys. But if I get too long, I also want to get into the Treasury, which is the bank. And I also now found the Treasury Department, or the treasurer, in Norman, Oklahoma, the same building where they charge you administrative fees. What else did we find there? We found the Supreme Court Justice also gets 22%. So when you go to an appeals court, you got to think in the back of your head, the noodle, how much they make, how much they make on the 401k, and are they truly going to go against the government? Because remember, they all cover each other's ass. And God forbid the people of Oklahoma decide to wake up and realize how bad they're getting screwed by the system. And at the end of the day, I am going to show you El Dinero. Now, you have to understand also what is a general fund and what is a treasurer fund. Fines, fees, and other. And I'm going to break that down. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn this around. That I covered all that, and it's up to the American people, to the people of Oklahoma, to go ahead and start reading. All right, I'm going to do this for you. This is the district judge. All right, district courts. What is in the district courts? Okay, the district court, as you can see, right there, the state seal of Oklahoma, the great seal of the state of Oklahoma, 1907. 1907, the Great Seal of Oklahoma. What else did we find in this Great Seal of Oklahoma? Here you go. This will be page 216, right there. Okay? Now we're going to go to the agency information, the district court, the historic actual expenditures and current year budget. Remember, this is all through Wall Street. Look how much we're talking about. We're talking about 70 million. We're talking about 60 million. We are talking about 50 million. We're talking about 40 million. We are talking about 30 million. We're talking about 20 million and 10 million and 0. All that through there. All this is going to go to Wall Street on profits. But don't worry about it, because they got budgets, which they will tell you right there. Budgets. Here you go. How much did they make per year? Appropriated, right? This is page, what page is this? This is page 217 right here. Page 217. What is appropriated there, Chad Balkman? Appropriated for fiscal year 2015, $62 million. $61.6 million in 2016. 2017, $60 million. Fiscal year 2018, $59 million. Fiscal year 2019, $60 million. Fiscal year 2020, $63.5 million. That's what's there. In addition, revolving, $763,000 in 2005. $1.3 million in 2016. Fiscal year 2017, $1.8 million. Fiscal year 2018, $2.4 million. Fiscal year 2019, $2.4 million. Fiscal year 2020, $3 million right there. All allocated, okay? Now, here we're going to go. What is the mission of the courts? I thought it was to follow the Constitution. The mission of the district court is to provide a fair and impartial justice system. Oh my God, what did we see today? They failed to provide a certified copy of the affirmation to uphold the Constitution, and they failed to provide an audio. How is that fair and impartial system? We are going to use this in our discovery when we file our motion for reconsideration, and we're going to the appellate court. And we're going to provide this. Their mission statement of the district court is to provide a fair and impartial justice system. If that is the case, where's a copy of the affirmation to the Constitution? Because according to Balkman, the Constitution does not apply in his courtroom. In addition, how come he's failing to provide a discovery of the audio that was said throughout the court hearings? Audio. That's all we were there for, to get a copy of the audio, which is due process of law. If we believe in transparency, then what's there to hide, Mr. Chad Balkman? The budgeting purpose, the Oklahoma trial court system includes the 75 district judges, 77 associates district judges, and 89 special judges, plus all secretary bailiffs and court reporters of the district court. Oh crap, Lazaro, you said court reporters? That's right, I did say court reporters. Then why did the court reporter receive $50 from the lawyer that represented the Colthorpe family? Why? Or the Rodriguez family? Why? In addition, the court reporter wanted to charge us $545 and wait 45 days for the court transcript. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the court reporter. And if we wanted to expedite, the court reporter wanted to charge us $1,050 to expedite it in 2 weeks, the court transcripts. But Laz, didn't we already pay for the court reporter to transcribe it? Yes, we did, through taxation. So why are they double dipping? If it's transparency we're talking about, why are they double dipping? Why are they charging the Rodriguez family twice for a certified copy of the court transcripts? Look at the video, part 1 and part 2. Why? $545, and you have to wait 45 days. You want it expedited, you'll get it in 2 weeks at a tune of $1,050. When it was already, you got a court reporter. And all districts and associate judges file for the office for every 4 years. Well, you know what, Chad Balkman? I promise you, you won't forget this live stream and the other 2 videos that you were complicit in the corruption. And we're going to vote your ass out. All right. If contested, there is a non-partisan election in the county or counties where they serve. In the event of vacancy during the 4 years of office, a vacancy is filled. Who fills it? By the governor from a list of 3 candidates nominated by the Judicial Nomination Commission. Special judges are selected by the district judge of the Justice District based upon the population and caseload for the judicial district. The district judge, association district judge, and the court clerk of each county make up the court funds. Court funds. You see that? The court funds board, which is required by law to submit a budget for each fiscal year under the supervision and approval of the Chief Justice of the Oklahoma Supreme Court. Administrative services, that means administrative fees, for the courts are provided by the Administrative Office of the Courts, whose director is appointed by the Supreme Court. The current administrator director is Jairus Askins with a salary of $146,059. So, Mr. Jerry Askins, I left you a voicemail. I want a certified copy. We want a certified copy. We're not asking. We are demanding a certified copy of Chad Balkman's oath of office, in which you have a copy of Jerry Atkins. And trust me, in the bike rally here in the state of Oklahoma, I will expose you and talk about you just like I'm going to talk about Chad Balkman, the district judge in Cleveland County, Norman, Oklahoma. $146,000. I expect that $146.59, you give me a certified copy of Chad Balkman's affirmation to the Constitution, his oath of office. You know why, Mr. Jerry Atkins? Because the taxpayers, not that they pay your salary, but let me see this. How much do you get in 401k, including Chad Balkman? Let me see. The Oklahoma Uniform Retirement System for justices and judges, the employees' contribution, meaning the taxpayers' contribution, rate increase to 22%. So, Mr. Atkins and Mr. Chad, why is it that the taxpayers have to pay your pension, your 401k, at a tune of 22% when you fail your affirmation to the Constitution? The employer's contribution rate is at 22%. Who's the employer? It's we the people. We the people pay your salary. We the people pay your campaign contributions. Not the employer, because the employer is not the government. It's the people. Because it's how you steal from the people through taxation and administrative fees and fines. Why? Because check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever take my word for it. Hold on to your pennies. Fees, fines, and other revenue summaries. Please provide revenue information from all sources, aside from the federal source account for the provisions federal tabs. Once the spreadsheet has been populated, the information from column A through C will be populated in the details tab. Fees, fines, and other revenues. And how can I say? Exclude the federal money. Why? Because when you go to video 1 and video 2, you will see where it says administrative fees. Those administrative fees are part of the budget. And I'm going to come back to this. So you got the right there, your fines, your administrative fees, and other. Like licensing that you pay to the treasurer. The treasurer is a bank in the Cleveland County courthouse or official county or office county. I have a picture of the treasurer located in the building. And it's well documented in part 1 and part 2 of the video earlier this afternoon. So now that we covered that and their 401k that the taxpayers pay at a tune of 22%. How many people in Oklahoma get 22%? Just ask me that. How many Okies that own their own business get 22%? Or their employees get 22%? I'm excluding their health care that is paid by the taxpayers. And I'm excluding their vacation pay. They get a tune of 22%. And if that does not ring a bell to you, well then why are they so special that the Oklahoma Uniform Retirement System for justices and judges, the employer's contribute rate increased to 22%? Your tax dollars, ladies and gentlemen. That's the retirement fund here in the state of Oklahoma. Here you go. 20 Oklahoma Statute 1103.1. Oh, man, right there. Let me go back now to the budget. Now, we are going to go back to the budget. So now, Jerry Atkins, with a salary of $146,059, I wonder how many Okies make that kind of money? How many people in Oklahoma make $146,000? This criminal works for the government. That means he works for us. And if he works for us, how in the hell is he getting $146,000 when the COVID pandemic has freezed all businesses and employees that can barely make ends meet? I promise you, no court employee, no law enforcement, no clerk have stopped receiving their paycheck. But you, the independents, the mom and pop stores, the employees that work for the mom and pop stores are the ones that's suffering, while these criminals walk out with $146,000. Jerry Atkins, I expect and demand a certified copy of Chad Balkman's oath of office. That's right. He stated on record that the Oklahoma Constitution does not apply in this courtroom, which is why he has refused to provide a certified copy of the audio so we can get proper due process and it can be properly transcribed. Jerry Atkins, you will be hearing from Lazaro Esenaro. Lazaro. Esenaro is Ecenarro. I'm not intimidated by your position and by the people you are in bed with. In memory of Senator Nancy Schaefer. Let's continue on. And our God-loving children that have died at the expense of Child Protective Services, or DHS. Let's continue on. Mr. Jerry Atkins. Here we go. For those Okies, I hope the people of Oklahoma are sharing this live stream to everybody. Court operations. Oklahoma Judicial District, over 77 districts, which have general jurisdiction, all civil and criminal matters as authorized by the Oklahoma Constitution. Oh my God. Mr. Chad, Mr. Chad, Mr. Chad, Mr. Chad. Balkman, Oklahoma Constitution. Criminal matters as authorized, civil, all civil, and criminal matters as authorized by the Oklahoma Constitution. Didn't you say the Constitution does not apply in your courtroom? And the Oklahoma statutes. Oklahoma is further divided into 9 administrative judicial districts. Administrative. Not constitutional, ladies and gentlemen. Administrative. But hold on. Isn't that a contradiction to the Oklahoma Constitution? To assure as well-organized trial court systems to the bikers, for August 23rd, I will bring these documents. And I hope I get to speak at that rally. Because let the evidence speak for itself of what's happening with DHS, the district attorneys, and the judges. I'm talking to the all-bikers, to Antifa, to Black Lives Matter, to the Patriot Prayer Group, to the Constitutionalists, to the Second Amendment. We need to come together as one. Because these bar attorneys do not give a rat's ass about the Constitution in which our founding fathers gave us and our military protects. They are shitting on the Constitution and wiping their ass with the Constitution, which explains why they don't want to provide the audio for the Rodriguez and Coltharp family. Page 20, that's 218. Now, the administrative districts select a presiding judge who is responsible for day-to-day administrations of their district and answers to the Chief Justice. 9 presiding judges meet monthly, either by Skype or by person with the Chief Justice to discuss any arrival of the solutions, problems common to all trial court judges. Well, to the Chief Justice, you have a problem. According to Chad Balkman, the Constitution does not apply in his courtroom. And 2, where is his affirmation, Chief Justice? Because that is a big problem when we walk in to the People's Court. Appropriate fund for the budget for the district court consists of 1, the general revenue fund appropriated by the legislator, and 2, monies collected by the state judicial fund. The state judicial fund repository for the court cost, fines, and fees authorized by the statute. Wait a second, lads. What are you talking about? Let me read it. The state judicial fund is the repository for the court cost, fines, and fees authorized by the statute, collected by the court clerk and remitted quarterly to the administrative office of the court. Each court clerk may retain 20% of the net amount collected in the county. Remaining 80% collected from all 77 counties become the state judicial fund. Remember what I said about CRES, the court registry investment system? That is the slush fund, where judges make money when they retire through their 401k. When they retire, they get a second bonus, another pension goodbye party through CRES, Court Registry Investment System. In fiscal year 2020, only 25% of the district court budget was allocated from the general revenue annually, and the administrative office of the court certified the expected total to be received to the state judicial fund for ensuing fiscal year. The court system is centralized for central administration functions, payroll, benefits, travel reimbursements for trial judges and staff, dispersing all administrative office for the courts. The district court budget is 99.4 salaries and the benefits for the court staff. Let me read it. Oklahoma court system is centralized to certain administrative functions, payroll, benefits, and travel reimbursement for trial court judges and staff are dispersed through the administrative office of the courts. The district court's budget is 99.4% salaries and benefits for all court staff. Benefits. What is the benefits? Their salary, their vacation, and, oh my God, their 401k, 22%. Do you understand why you don't get due process in a court of law, in a lawful court? Because the administrative courts don't care about you or your children or your land or your water or your minerals. That's where the swamp begins between the lobbyists, politicians, judges, and lawyers. They create Oklahoma statutes to defraud you. They don't discriminate, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, KKK. They don't discriminate. You are also included. You pay taxes. They're screwing you too. And their surplus, they have a budget of $6 billion. And the legislators know enough money to give every man, woman, and child to $250,000 throughout this COVID. Because they're sitting on $6 billion. And your governor and your legislators and your commissioners and mayors know. They know about this. That's why they keep the corruption. That's why they don't want you to get the audio. That's why they don't want you to get a copy of their affirmation to the Constitution. 22%. You think they're going to shit where they eat? Guess again. Guess again, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go, right there. Let me read it one more time for the third time. The Oklahoma court system is centralized for certain administrative functions, payroll, benefits, and travel reimbursement for trial court judges and staff, all dispersed through the administrative office of the court. The district court budget is 99.4% salaries and benefits for all court staff. What else do you need to know? If you're not sharing this live stream, you're not taking care of the people of Oklahoma. To my brothers and sisters, I truly hope you are putting it in every group. Here we go. And to accomplish accomplishments and goals. To view accomplishment and goals of the district court, please see the Judicial Branch annual report available online. Well, we are going to go to the annual report. Here you go. Third emergency order regarding COVID. All that COVID. What do we have here? Oh, appellate courts, clerk's office. Oh, we got it all right here, ladies and gentlemen. Judicial nominations and commissioners, all right here. Judicial nominations and commission, all right there. All these people are in bed with the fraud between the courts, the judges, DHS. Oh yeah, they're all in bed. Norman, here you go, Norman, Kimberly K. Conyers, Allison E. Doe, Holly R. Iker, Michael L. Garden, Norman, Elisa D. Hutter, Norman, Bethany E. Stanley, Moore, John M. Mulford, Norman. Now you know who is behind the fraud. Who is behind the fraud, ladies and gentlemen? And let me see if I can bring a beautiful picture of the district court, Chad Balkman, the one that does not believe in the Constitution. Let's go, Chad Balkman, Cleveland County Judge. Let's see if we have a nice, fancy, beautiful picture of Chad Balkman or Thad Balkman. We're going to find out. Nope, wrong guy. Oh, maybe that's him. Maybe it is. Let me read that. Let me put this Oklahoma. Just make sure we're in the right Cleveland County, Oklahoma. Is it Thad or Chad? Okay. Balkman. We're going to go to Cleveland County. Here's the Judge Balkman's office. 20S Peters Avenue, Norman, Oklahoma, 73069. His phone number is 405-329-2400. To the military, this man just shitted on the Constitution. To our beloved military, this is the same Constitution which you are fighting for freedom and which he shits on because it doesn't belong in his courtroom. To our military, the Constitution that you are fighting for freedom does not belong, according to Balkman's, in his courtroom. Constitution does not belong in his courtroom. That is Chad Balkman. I'm going to also put that in my live stream for those there. Now I want to see a picture of him. Let's see his little website. I'm trying to see if I can find a nice, fancy little picture of Chad Balkman. Oh, see if we can do it. Okay, Chad Balkman bio. Let's go bio. So it's Thad H. Balkman. No, yeah, Chad H. Balkman. So that is him right there. According to him, the Constitution does not belong in his courtroom. Right there. I am hoping I got that right. So according to him, yep, Norman, that's him. So is that Chad? It's Thad right here. Here it is, right here. Oh, right here. Here it is, right there. Legal career. In 1998, Balkman started his legal career at the Stanley Ward Law Office in Norman. That is him. And then a small private practice where he practiced employment law. Balkman then served as a general counsel for the Association of Professional Oklahoma Educators from 2001 to 2002. Balkman continued his legal career with Lee and Well firm where he continued to practice employment law. He then worked for the general counsel and vice president of the external relation to Phoenix Motor Cars. Motor Cars, an electrical vehicle startup company in the capacity tested before the United States Senate Energy Committee. He worked for a law firm that represented in 1996 the Republican candidate Steve Bias, who sued incumbent Oklahoma House of Representative member Wallace Collins for libel. Balkman campaigned for Eric Hawkins in 1998 and was lost in Collins. So I guess this is the same guy, but he was older to me. But I guess that's him. That is him right there. So this guy, this pansy ass, the Constitution does not apply to him. And this is everything he practices right here in Norman. Norman, Health Department, Human Services, Juvenile, everything. So we got it all there, nice and fancy for Chad Balkman. Look at them. More. See that? Oh, there, right there. That is that him. Right there. Yep, that's him. That's him right there. Look, Chad Balkman. See? Images for Chad Balkman, Cleveland County, Ohio. Bio. That is him right there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to press this right there. And that is him right there. Yep. That is him right there. He does not believe in the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't work in his courtroom and refuses to provide a copy of his oath of office. Shitting on the military. This guy right here. This pansy ass. Oh my God. So now you know who this guy is right there. That guy right there. Yep, he's older. But don't worry about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue on. Let's continue on exposing the fraud. Let me go back over here. Let's go back now. Yep, I got to start over. Now, why is this so important? I'm going to show you why this is important. You see right here, I've been saying it for a while. How much does DHS have in their disposal, in their arsenal? The Department of Human Services has in its arsenal $232,361,802,950. That's what they have in their arsenal. State appropriated $741,423. I apologize. $741,423,816. The apportionment and other fees. Other fees. Remember that I said fees? Look at this. Fees. Where do they get their money? From fees. See? Fees. Fees, fines, and other revenue. Fees. You see that? See how it's coming together, the fees? Now we're going to go back to here. Fees. The Department of Human Services. State appropriation. Appointment. Apportionments and or fees of $224,673,000. Federal, $1,395,706,134. A total of $2,361,802,950. That's what DHS has as an arsenal. And you think that the war is in overseas or in the Middle East? Hell no. The war is here at our doorstep. And you haven't seen anything yet when it comes to contact tracers. Because the contact tracers also have an amazing budget. Over $1 billion with a capital B so they can steal your children and your constitutional rights. Do you see why I foresee a second American revolution? I want the bikers on August 23rd to see these documents. The bikers. I want Antifa. I want Black Lives Matter. I want the Second Amendment. I want the Christians, the Trump supporters, to see how the Bar Association wants us divided. Because they're singing and dancing straight to the bank out of a tune of $2 billion and change. That's your money. And they say you're broke in the state of Oklahoma. I'm going to show you why they're not broke. Here we go. I'm going to show you why they're not broke. Here we go. You see this right here? The state revenue from taxable activities, over $16.4 billion, approximately totaled for fiscal year 2019. $16.4 billion. Exemptions and credits, $3 billion from available data. $53 million diverted tag agent fees. Tag agent fees. Who paid for that fees? Those that register a vehicle. How much did they profit? $53 million on tag agency fees is how much they collected. $53 million. What else do we have in this fancy arsenal? Taxes and fees collected by the agencies. Well, lads, who are the agencies? The district courts. Over $3 million, over $580 million, and $880 million of purported other taxes, credits, and exemptions. That becomes CRES, the Court Registry Investment System. Rebates and other incentives, $60 million. $6 million. You see that? On House Bill 2377 for fiscal year 18 and to be paid in fiscal year 19 through fiscal year 2021 on HB 2377, in which your House of Representatives, both Republicans and Democrats, passed. Tax collection by OTS, $11 billion. $39,357,330. Direct off-top deposits to other entities, $397.4 million in schools. Cities, $15.9 million. Counties, $397.2 million. $25.3 million. $226,000 for colleges. And for the schools, why do you think Epic School gives large campaign contributions to David, the district attorney? David, I forgot David's last name. I can't pronounce it. In the district attorney of Oklahoma, that his wife is in bed with Epic Schools. Why do you think Epic Schools gave him a large portion of the campaign contributions and has failed to investigate Epic Schools charter school? Because of the money, including his wife works for Epic Schools, the district attorney of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Now you know the corruption. They look after themselves, the bar attorneys, the state availability, OTC, $10,203,413,821 available. That's your tax dollars, Okies. Appointments, $3.2 billion. Major appointments enlisted. You see all that? Now this one is going to come fun. This is where I love it. This is amazing. For General Revenue Fund, $7.5 billion. For ODT, OHLAP funds, and film credits. And appropriate $532 million remaining. Goes into the General Revenue Fund. And you don't think that they can give money through the COVID-19? But they didn't stop getting their salaries. The governor never stopped getting his salary. The legislators never stopped getting their salaries. Your commissioner never stopped getting his salaries. Your judges never stopped receiving their salaries. Their clerk courts never stopped receiving their salary. Nor the district attorney have stopped getting their salaries. Nor DHS has stopped getting their salaries. It's amazing how all these government agencies never stop receiving a salary, but the mom and pop stores continue to suffer because of the fake pandemic of coronavirus or the COVID-19. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the fraud in which our 45th president, Donald J. Trump, is fighting on a daily basis. Right there. It's all money. And here we go. The General Revenue Fund reported issues by the Office of Management and Enterprise. Remember this, the General Revenue Fund. Don't forget about the word General Revenue Fund. And by all means, don't forget about the gross collection report issued by the Treasurer's Office. And where is the Treasurer's Office located? Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you where the Treasurer's Office is located. Chad, you know what I'm talking about, Chad. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. This is baby Trump that we got on our rally. But let me show you right here. This is the treasurer in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Norman also has a treasurer. See the treasurer? The treasurer is located in the courts or the Oklahoma official office building, or I forgot what it is. But right there, you will find the treasurer, because that's where all the money deposit goes to. That's where everything is itemized. That is the bank. That's why they got sheriffs. Why do you think it's well fortified? Because they got the sheriffs. The sheriff has got the gun. The sheriff has the badges. The sheriff has the baton. The sheriff has the mace. The sheriff has the uniform. The sheriff has the shoes. All paid by the taxpayers to protect a building that is full of corruption. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The sheriffs that uphold the Constitution, that took an affirmation to the Constitution, is protecting those buildings. Why do you think they have cameras? Why do you think they have metal detectors? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, wake up. This is about money. This is about your children, about your land, about your water and minerals. They're not discriminating. Native Americans, ranchers, blacks, whites, Hispanics, Asians, we're all being screwed. The system does not work for us. They work for themselves and their salary and their pension plan. Why? Let's go back. Let's go back to their pension plan. 22%. Oklahoma Uniform Retirement System for Justice and Judges. The employer contribution rate increased to 22%. That is you. You are the employer. You keep these criminals afloat because your tax dollars that are paying their salary. These criminals in suits and ties. Let me continue on. Right here, the treasurer's office. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You go to a courthouse, you will see the treasurer's office. And by the way, Okies, the Office of Management and Employer and Enterprise Services is a corporation that your taxpayers, your tax dollars, pay for, so they can give themselves raises with the legislators and allocate money through each department. What the hell are the legislators working for? Why so much bureaucracy? How can a business work when you have so much bureaucracy? I don't need the Office of Management and Enterprise Services to balance the book. I need the legislators, the Senate and the House of Representatives, to do their job. That's their job. And if it's their job, then why did they hire the Office of Management and Enterprise Services? I strongly recommend to research who owns, who controls, and who has financial investments within the government through the Office of Management and Enterprise Services, the OMES, Office of Management and Enterprise Services, that is tied to the treasurer, through the legislators, through your commissioners. Now you understand why Chad Balkman stated that the Constitution does not work in his courtroom because the child is all his money to generate revenue for the government. That means to steal your money so your child can be placed in foster care. And the taxpayers pay for that child to be with foster care parents or pedophiles. Now do you understand why Trump is fighting so hard in exposing the child trafficking and why he is being railroaded by Republican rhinos and Democrats? That's why I want the bikers to see this on August 23rd. Let's go on. Now we're going to go all the way down to DHS. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Department of Human Services. Fiscal year 2020. $741,423,816. Fiscal year 2021, $747,423,816 for fiscal year 2021, fiscal year 2020. They already balanced their checkbook. It has to reflect how many children are going to be stolen. Do you understand? Now do you understand how the budget works? What else do we have here? I wonder if we have the judges here. The Supreme Court. Here you go, the Supreme Court. Supreme Court. Supreme Court. That's right. Why the Supreme Court? Because they're justices. Why? Because they also receive, justices also receive 22%. Justices and judges. So now that we got that, because I'm going to go back to it. Fiscal year, $16,001,447. Again, fiscal year 2020, 16 million and change. What about the courts? Damn, lads, you're all over it. That's right, I am. You better believe your candy ass. The district courts, $62,282,829 for fiscal year 2020. For fiscal year 2021, $62,288,829 million. The district courts. Do you think for a second the district courts, the judges are looking out for your best interest? What about the DA, the district attorney? Oh my God, this is so happy. This is so happy right here. Look right there. I'm going to make it so happy for you. The district attorneys, the one that prevented the audio to be released, refused transparency, tried to hide behind the judge's ruling, Chad Balkman, to prevent the truth to come out regarding the false omission created by DHS. The district attorney and district attorney council, $58,779,282 for fiscal year 2020. That's right, you're paying for that, OKIES. For fiscal year 2021, $58,779,782 to Antifa and Black Lives Matter. When the district attorney tries to come and prosecute you too, they're not discriminating because those charges are not going to get dropped because they make money. And by the way, your district attorney in Oklahoma, David, he's a Democrat. He doesn't care. You got traders that are members of the American Bar Association that all they care about is money. And by the way, who contributes to David, the district attorney in Oklahoma? George Soros. And is in bed with the ADL, the Anti-Discrimination League. That is David. And he doesn't care because it's prison for profit, which he knows he's a former sheriff and is going to make in the back end through the 401k, 16.5%. You know why I know that? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Why does Laz know that? Why does Lazaro Escenaro? The public Oklahoma employees retirement system, the employer contribution, meaning the taxpayers' rate, remains at 16.5%. 16.5% interest in their 401k, which the people of Oklahoma are paying for. That's right. You are paying for these criminals that take you into their de facto courts that have a tune of $58 million to prosecute you through their Oklahoma statutes. That's why they violate the Oklahoma Constitution. Do you understand that? Why do you think in the courts, see the courts, the district courts are in bed with the district attorneys? Let me highlight all this. Because they all work together. Right there. The district courts and the district attorneys and the district attorney council. 62 million, 58 million. And by the way, you know what's funny? I'm going to tell you what's funny. Oh, because you're not a lawyer, you can't get the audio. Because you're not a lawyer, you can't get the oath of office. Because you're not a lawyer, you do not understand the Constitution. Because you're not a lawyer, you don't understand the administrative laws or the Oklahoma statutes. Because you need to be a lawyer to go into their candy-ass buildings. This is mafia. This is mafia. This is epic. That's why they call it the epic schools. Epic, amazing, great, big, the big finale, epic schools or epic charter schools. David knows what I'm talking about. The district attorney there in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's epic. You know why it's epic? Because taxpayers, you're paying for that. You're funding all this. And they're turning around and still screwing you over through fines, fees, and others. You see how this government works? It's a mafia. And will continue to be a mafia because we're so divided as a nation. The war is not against us. The war is against these criminals, these bar attorneys that have hijacked the executive branch, the judicial branch, and the legislative branch. They have hijacked that. To defund you, to defraud you, not just through taxes from your employer that goes to the state and federal, but through the fines and the fees. That's why I said fines and fees. That's why when you go into the building, you see all the administrative fees. And where do those administrative fees? 99.4% of the budget goes to the salaries of the judges. Oh, man. And if this doesn't piss off a Native American, if this does not piss off a rancher, if this does not piss off a mother and father that lost their child because of child protective services through this corruption, this corrupt mafia, and it doesn't piss off the bikers, and it does not piss off our military, then I don't know what else to do, ladies and gentlemen. I might as well just quit. Because everything is there. All you have to do is read. I don't want you to take my word for anything I say, ever. Just question it and use the noodle. Start asking questions. Why do you think that the appointed district attorneys do not properly represent you because they work for the government. They're already going to make 16.5% in their 401k, and they're already going to receive a salary, and they're already going to receive a vacation paid by the taxpayers. In addition, an amazing health care plan, vision, dental, health, and worker compensation. They already have it. They already played you. And your legislators allowed it. That are in bed with OMES, the Office Management and Enterprise System. But they would never tell you that. Your Republican rhinos and the Democrats will never tell you that. Ever tell you that. And they will never tell you to read your Oklahoma Constitution or your federal Constitution. And they will never tell you that you cannot use the Constitution in these courtrooms because you can't practice law. Because you need a lawyer to tell you how to read and how to comprehend. Do you see the fraud? And I can't wait to piss off a lot of bikers because I'm going to show them the money. And if I can show Antifa and Black Lives Matter, the black Americans that are in jail unlawfully because of no victim, no crime, no victim, no crime. And if there is no victim and no crime, why are our brothers and sisters, blacks, Hispanics, and whites, are sitting in jail? You know why? Because the system is making money off of them. Prisons, profit for prisons, just like KIDS4CASH. Now do you understand the reason and the motive behind prison for profit? Now do you also understand immunity? Immunity. Why immunity has to be removed from the Washington, D.C. to the state capitol to your city hall. Removing immunity for all government employees. All. No more qualified immunity. No more immunity or any type of immunity. Because you know why? Because they're covering themselves up. This mafia has covered themselves up to be held accountable for their crimes. And I ask you a question to our military, the bikers, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, the Patriot Prayer Group, the Trump supporters, the Christians, the Catholics, the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. I'm going to ask you one simple question. Where in the Constitution does it say the government has immunity? Where does it state that the government, corrupt politicians, judges, lawyers, lobbyists have immunity? Where does it say that? Where? It doesn't. I recommend you to read the Declaration of Independence. That's why July 4th, 1776 is important. July 4th, 1776. The founding fathers gave us the Declaration of Independence, holding government accountable. I don't know if I should continue or I should stop. What else is there to say? I've shown you the money. Today, part 1 and part 2 of my live streams, I showed you Chad Balkman and his assistant refusing to give us an audio of what was truly said in the hearings, to steal children for DHS, because it's about money. It's about stealing your children. It's about the taxpayers paying $6,000 per month while they're in foster care, per child. Now do you understand the magnitude of the corruption? And if we are going to really rally to save our children, the rally should be in these corrupt courthouses. taking every courthouse one by one, including the Capitol and City Hall. My heart weeps for those servicemen and women that fought for the Constitution, fought for freedom, fought for this country, to have their children stolen by DHS, including veterans. And to those bikers that are coming out on August 22nd, I want you to see the money of each department and show you where the corruption begins and where the corruption ends. And to the people of Oklahoma, remember, use the noodle. Audios. You get audios. Why you have to get the audios? Because you got to take it to an independent transcriptionist, either in-state, different county, or out of state. Because you cannot trust the system. The system is broken. The system will continue to be greased while you pay taxes, fines, and fees. The system is not looking out for your best interest, nor your child's best interest. The system does not care about due process. It will never care about due process because they make money while these cases go through the system. Every time they appear in court, that register machine is going ching. While I wear my racist hat, while I'm being called a racist, I guess I'm white. I might as well join the Klan. And while I join the Klan, I will educate my brothers and sisters within the Klan. Because I want them to see how the system, these bar attorneys, continue to benefit while their members are in jail through no victim, no crime. And if I'm allowed in the Black Panthers, New Black Panthers, and Antifa and BLM, I will also teach them how their brothers and sisters are also in jail through no victim, no crime. Because the judges, the district attorneys, and prison for profit is a financial gain. And to those Trump supporters, like we saw with Melly Weaver, unlawfully incarcerated, 4 indictments by a grand jury for exposing the government, and Child Protective Services trying to steal her children for cash because she exposed the government. They wanted to silence her, including her husband. Do you see? The system does not discriminate. Do you want to continue fighting? By all means, continue fighting. But the system does not give a rat's ass about us. They want us to fight. George Soros is loving it that we depopulate each other. The Clinton Global Initiative and the Clinton Foundation are laughing to the bank. With George Soros Foundation and Open Society Foundation and the Rockefeller Foundation are laughing to the bank through their 501c3, in which they gave campaign contributions to these district judges and DAs. Do you see what I mean? What else do I have to say? Immunity has to be removed. Qualified immunity also has to be removed. No longer, America. You want to make America great? You want to make America great. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, man or woman. I don't care about your religion. You want to make America great? You want to bring this Constitution back to our country? You want to go ahead and let's be proud of our military? You remove immunity. But most of all, you remove all lobbyists from the Capitol. All lobbyists away from the Capitol and your city halls. No more. Abolish any campaign contributions from any lobbyist or corporation to the district attorneys and the district judges. All gone. You know what else I'll do? I'll start removing bar members from holding public office. That's what I'll also be doing. And you know what I also would do? I'll cut their salaries in half and their 401k in half. And if they don't like it, get your candy ass out of here. Because that money belongs to the people. Now, for those out there that shared, I thank you. For those that don't want to share, by all means, that's okay. Don't share. And if you don't want to educate your brothers and sisters, that's okay. But at the end of the day, money never discriminates. Never. And I strongly advise you, the next time you walk into these courthouses, you'll see all these fees called administrative fees. And then when you get done seeing all of the administrative fees in your county court, you go your happy ass and go look at the treasurer where the money goes. And that money, which 99.5% of the salary judges and the staff. Oh yeah. I didn't say it. They said it. And for those that don't want to believe me, I will go back to page 216 and I will show you. This is page 17. Okay? And look at all that money in the state budget. You see? They even have for the COVID-19 emergency fund, $5,400,000 for 2020 and 2021. But they never stopped receiving their salary. You see all that? All that right there. Look at this for district court supplements. District court supplements. Look at this. $2,500,000 district court supplements. Fiscal year 2020 and fiscal year 2021. You see that? $2,500,000. Now do you see the corruption? And let's go back to page 216. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to expand this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to page 216. Oh, 216. District courts. See that? District courts with a state seal. The grant to page 216. The grand finale. Where I'm going to stop right here is Jared Atkins' salary of $146,059. Not including his 22% on his 401k under Oklahoma Statute 1103.1. 22%. Oklahoma Uniform Retirement System for justices and judges. The employer rate increase to 22%. You are the employer. Now that we covered that, we go back over here. And where do we go? Right here. The Oklahoma court system is centralized for certain administrative functions, payroll, benefits, and travel reimbursement for trial court judges and staff are dispersed through the administrative office of the courts. The district court budget is 99.4% salaries and benefits for all court staff. 99.4% salaries and benefits for all court staff. That is right there. By the way, Jamin, I already went through the general fund, and you're going to have to go back. Matter of fact, I'll be kind to go back. Let me go back to the general fund. I'm going to be nice about it and just go back. I don't know if you just popped into this live stream, but I'm going to show you the general fund. I did not create, fabricate, or alter any of these documents. The general fund is right here. Here we go. Right here. For general fund revenue fund, $7.5 billion right there. Fiscal year 2019 general revenue total received $6,859,924,000. Actually, $6,859,924,392. And where? Through the Treasury Department, the Treasurer's Office. And where's the Treasurer's Office? That is in bed with the Office of Management and Enterprise Services, which is OMES. I'm going to show you right now. 22%. Where did this 22% come for the judges and the 16.5% for the district attorneys? I'm going to show you. OMES, Office of Management and Enterprise Services, fiscal year 2019. And it goes all the way to 2020. You got over here the fines and fees and revenue, including salaries. And this one, this is for 2020. Don't believe me? Don't ever take my word for it. OMES, Office of Management and Enterprise Services, fiscal year 2020. There you go. So there you go, Jamin. I can't make it any prettier for you. And if you don't want to believe me, you go over here to the table of contents, and it has everything right here, all the table of contents. All right there. General fund summary, general program funding details, federal funds schedules, grants, local grant summary, fees and fines and other revenue details, capital lease. It has it all there. And that is in page 1 of the Office of Management and Enterprise Services. Now, what I could do for you, now that you questioned it, and right here, it's called the Fiscal Year 2020 Budget Request and Strategic Plan, Workbook 1. And Fiscal Year 2020 Agency Program Information and Strategic Plan, Workbook 2, Workbook 1. And here, you are assigned budget analysis by the OMES. And by the way, if you do not want to believe me about the OMES, I'm going to show you something beautiful. You know what? I'm going to do this. It's also here in your budget. Matter of fact, I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to put OMES. That is page 491. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to show you how the taxpayers of Oklahoma pay for OMES right here. You don't believe me? Office of Management and Enterprise Services. Office of Management and Enterprise Services. OMES. You know, right there. 2019. OMES. Fiscal year 2019. Office of Management and Enterprise Services. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to go this way backwards. OMES. Office of Management and Enterprise System. Fiscal year 2020. All right. Now I'm going to show you Office of Management, Enterprise Services, OMES. Office of Management and Enterprise Services. And what do they do? They balance your budget. Why? Mission provides excellent service, expert guidance. What kind of expert guidance? And continuous improvement to support of our partners' mission and goals. What partners? What partners? I thought the government can't be a corporation and a corporation cannot be the government. What partners is OMES talking about? What partners, ladies and gentlemen? They're a corporation. See that? Note, fiscal year 2020 budget. Appropriations includes budgeted carryover. Budget carryover. You want to know how much money? Fiscal year 2015, 41.6 million. Fiscal year 2016, 42.6 million. Fiscal year 2017, 33.4 million. Fiscal year 2018, 43.2 million. Fiscal year 2019, 47.8 million. Fiscal year 2020, 85.8 million. Revolving, 242 million, 242.4 million. 279.1 million. You see that? 262.6 million. 247.4 million. 247.4 million in 2019. 2020, $311.8 million. Federal, 923.3 million. And then goes 000. Now, what do we do for the mission? How much do you pay for the OMES director to balance your books? The governance and administration. See the word administration? Administrator, administrative. Look up the dictionary. Look up in the Black Law Dictionary. Administration, administrative, and administrator. Now ask yourself, is that a constitutional court? Office of the OEM Enterprise Service has no governing board. No governing board. But wait a second, lads. Isn't the people that govern? Yeah. So why are they saying no government board? Use the noodle. The Office of Management and Enterprise Services has no governing board. The director is appointed by the governor, Governor Stitt. Stephen Harp was appointed as director of the OMES by Governor J. Kevin Stitt in January 2020. The director Harp's salary is $170,000. $170,000. That's on page 492 of your 2020 budget. Okies. Now do you see why your legislators never write laws? They give it to the lobbyists for the campaign contributions. Now do you see why they don't budget the balance books? Because they give it to the OMES, the director, Harp, or Stephen Harp. Do you understand the magnitude of the fraud being perpetrated against you while you continue to go ahead and smoke your blunt, drink your beer, watch NHL, watch the NBA, watch football, watch the WNBA? Because as long as you do not read this, they'll keep you dumbed down. Now do you understand why your schools have failed? Now do you understand why the epic charter schools are receiving most of the money and taking most of the teachers to the epic charter schools? Because they want to dumb down the masses. The charter schools are for the special kids in which their mommy and daddy are either lawyers, lobbyists, politicians, doctors, officers. but not the lower class, because it doesn't benefit the system for them to wake up to see how they're being screwed by the system. Why do you think they took out the Bible? But most of all, they took away the Constitution from our learning institutions. The man died for freedom. Robert Lavoie Finnegan. No different than Senator Nancy Schaefer exposing KIDS4CASH. Here's their budget. Right there. Central purchasing, 1%. Admission, 5%. Information services, 49%. Human capital management, 2%. Emergency service, 2%. Employer group insurance. Employer group insurance, which you pay. You pay their health care. You're paying for it. And the capital assessment management, 29%. That is a capital assessment, is their 401k. But don't take my word for it. Go to sleep, little Johnny. Get your blankie. Get your baba and go night-night. Go into the sun or into the wind. Because the government is looking out for your best interest. Here you go. Here's the money. Administration programs for fiscal year 2020 budget, $20,182,219. For the central purchasing, $4,909,623. For capital assets management, that is 401k, $115,950,577. The employer's group insurance that you pay is $47,401,278. The emergency service through coronavirus, $7,500,000. And the human capital management, another 401k slush fund, $7,820,847. Information services, $195,036,826. That's what he manages. That's what Stephen Harp manages at a salary of $170,000 at a 16.5% 401k, just like the district attorneys. You see? It's all money, ladies and gentlemen. It's all money. Never take it personal. You see how it is? Capital assets management, state facility strategy operation assess agencies and their buildings operation, including assessment and long-term strategies, the unit coordination of other divisions of OMES to provide oversight for tenants' relocations. All this is right here. And we're going to go to the employers' group insurance. OMES employers' group insurance administer the self-funded healthcare, the healthcare choice, dental, life, and disability plans available to states, education, and local government employees and retirees. Government employees. You pay for that. The reason the contract with the commercial health and dental and vision carries as alternate. You see that? Local government employees and retirements. Clients served. Over 1,000 employer group comprising approximately 290,000 covered state education and local government employees and retirees at a tune. What's the tune for them? Let's go back. Let's show them the 401k, what they get when they retire. 22% and 16.5%. But that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Don't share the live stream. What else do we have? Human capital management. Human capital resource support leadership achieve and organization goals and handle human resource issues within OMES and advise on human resource issues outside OMES, including employee relations, training, benefit administrations, benefit administrations, benefits administrations, and interpretations of federal and state laws and statutes, and recruiting and hiring and onboarding, orientation, employee data management, occupational health, and legal compliance. You see, legal. Why legal? The DA, the district attorney, the one you pay. That's right, the salary in the 401k to screw you with their unconstitutional laws. And the department serves as the HR department of the governor's and the lieutenant governor's office. And you don't think your treasonous Republican rhino state is not involved with the lieutenant governor? This stint is betraying your 45th president, Donald J. Trump, because he's in bed with the Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation. He also is in bed with big pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer in the state of Oklahoma. Kaiser. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have been sold out. Employees benefit departments work with insurance companies to obtain benefits for the state employees, administer insurance plans, training benefits coordinations. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's OMES right there. Information services. You see all that? It's all there. But don't worry about it. It's all, Laz is exaggerating. Lazaro Escenaro does not know how to read. Lazaro Escenaro does not know what he's saying because he needs a law license to interpret what is being said. Empower, educate, and train OMES employees to effectively satisfy customer needs. You see all that? You're paying. Look, to 2023. Increase the percentage of customers who report agreements with satisfying overall customer service provided by OMES. Annual OMES customer shared services survey from 55% in 2017 to 95% in 2023. For the future, ladies and gentlemen, the future. You're paying for all this, ladies and gentlemen, but don't worry about it. Employees Group Insurance Division. Oh, you're paying for it. Oh, yeah, they're sticking it to you. They're sticking it to the working man with a Coke and a smile. Look, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. Their percentage is going up. Target. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Information services. And right here, Employees Insurance Benefits Division. 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. 2022 and 2023. All there. But don't worry about it. Don't share this live stream. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Right there. This is all there goes. See? The governor, Supreme Court Justice, the House of Representatives, the Vision Center. You see all that? They're all in bed. Don't worry about it. It's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Dispose of multiple surplus state-owned properties as directed by HB 1438 in 2011, collecting $9,285.33 in sales proceeded for the state and deposited $6,989,222.16 in change in the management of the state building revolving fund. Kept state real estate. Operating costs on buildings and capital complex areas. $7 per square foot. $7 per square foot. And compared to the Building Owners and Managers Association benchmarking at 8.26, at $8.26. That's your building. You paid for it. And I'll guarantee you, they have financial investments that go over there in the buildings that are either repaired by the construction worker or construction company. You see that? It's time for you to read. Look at vouchers. Save agencies over $6 million by providing shared services. Thank God for proceed $1.8 million in vouchers and 5,888 payroll runs. Page 501. You see all that? All that's you. Your money. All that. OMES. See that? OMES. Oh, yeah. But don't worry about it. It's okay. Agency goals. Right there, they got goals. You see all that? Project implementations. You see that? All that. All that. There you go. It stops on page 505. Now, for those out there, now that I provided all the details and showed you how the district attorney is in bed with the judges and how the courts get all their salaries and benefits, 99.5% go to salaries and benefits. Your tax dollars. That's why Chad Balkman is laughing straight to the bank while he violates your constitutional rights and steals your children for DHS and the foster care agencies to create more revenue for the state, the corporation, the Oklahoma Inc. That's why I want the bankers and our military and veterans pissed off. Those that lost their children. Because now you know who to go after. You see? They're not discriminating. They even go after little kids that are blue eyes and blonde. More money. Green eyes, blonde. More money. Native Americans, more money. They don't care. And they never will care. And we will prove it this coming Wednesday, 4 p.m. Stay tuned. Because it's going to be a shit show in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And I want to see how the DA David is going to bring all the blue to protect his commie ass. Protect his commie ass in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Because you know what? It's money. He doesn't care about anybody's rights. The Constitution. You're going to see him. And I'm bringing this Constitution. I'm bringing it. And you're going to see him. Use the blue to prevent me from asking questions. And he might even fabricate charges because I want to ask him a question. We already saw what happened with Melly Weaver. And we know that the government loves to fabricate false omissions, perjury, and destroy evidence called obstruction of justice. Hillary Clinton's emails, or Hillary Clinton herself, knows what I'm talking about. So to those out there, God bless our military. God bless our republic. God bless our children. And definitely, God bless our 45th President, Trump 2020. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And stay tuned for Wednesday.